Welcome to Math 10 A and W with Mr. Sandhu. We are on page 44 of your MathWorks 10 workbook. We are in chapter 1.3 and we are doing example number 5. Quinton wants to buy a pair of steel-toed boots listed at $179.95. How much will the boots cost if 5% GST and 6% GST are charged? So this price is going to go up with both taxes before he can take it out the store. Let's take a look at how this is solved. There's several ways to do this, and at the end you can choose the way that works best for you. I know which one I like. I like doing it the way that works fastest. So let's take a look at their solution. First, they're saying that they're going to calculate the GST, and by calculating the GST they're going to change the 5% to a decimal. So let's do that. Let's take 5% and take 5 and divide it by 100 to give us 0.05. All right? So 5% is the same as 5 divided by 100, which is the same as 0.05. And then let's multiply that amount. So we want to know what 5% of 179.99 is. And when you make that calculation on your calculator, you'll find that you get 9. So $9 is the GST. And let's calculate the PST next in the same fashion. We've got calculating the PST of 6%. We're going to convert that to a decimal. So we take 6 per cent, or 100, which is the same as 6 divided by 100, which is the same as 0.06. And that's our decimal equivalent of 6%. Now, we're going to use that to calculate, so let's find 6% of 179.99. Sorry, that's supposed to be a 179.95. All right. Okay. I know this is still correct. It's all good. So once we do that calculation on our calculator, we get $10.80. And that is our calculation for the PST. Now to find our total, because if you take a look at what they're asking, they are asking, how much will the boots cost? That's what they want to know. They don't cost $179. That's the price on the sticker, but you have to pay for the taxes. So let's take our $179 and add the taxes. So we'll simply take $9, $10.80, and the original $179.95. Let's add all of those up, the two taxes and the original amount, and you guys will punch into a calculator and get $199.75 as your out-the-door price. That is how much will be charged on the credit card or the Interact card, or that's how much cash will be charged. So this way, in this method, we find how much the 5% of the total is, and then we find how much 6% of the total is, and we add those two amounts up and get a grand total of $199.75. Let's take a look at another way to do this. So they're saying add the two taxes together, and this is faster. Instead of saying 5% and 6% calculated separately, they are calculating a total of 11% tax. So we just do the previous step again. We take 11%, and in decimal, 11% is 11 divided by 100, which is decimal equivalent of 0.11. So we're going to take 0.11 of the 179.95. When you punch that into your calculator, we're going to find that that is $19.79, which is no surprise, because that amount right there in total tax is 11%. And if you take a look, these two here are very close to the same amount. All right, there's been some rounding, obviously. So this total here is $19.80. This total here is $19.79. Very close because of the rounding that took place. All right. Now that we know it's 1979, in total taxes at the rate of 11%, add that to the original amount, and we get 179.95 added together. Okay, so if we add all this up, we're going to get our grand total of 199.74. Now there is a slight difference, but that's a 4, and in our previous version that's a 5. It's out by a penny, so it just depends how you did this math. And in this case, if you did this on a question on a test, I would accept either way. And take a look at how you did it. All right. I like this final solution the best. As you can see, it's the least amount of work. It takes up almost no space on the page. Let's do it this way. They're basically saying here that if the retail price is $179.95, it's 100% of the cost, and then you have 11% is taxes. So if you're going to pay the 100% of the ticket price on the price tag, and you're also going to pay an additional, so let's say 100% of the price that's on the tag plus an additional 11% of the price that's on the tag. In total, you're going to pay 111% of the price you see on the sticker. So that's a good thing to recognize, because we can simply take the 111 and that is going to account for the oops, let's try that again. That 100% is the price tag. Okay? Plus, to that we're adding the tax. And we're going to get our net total price. Okay? That's how we arrived at the 111%. So in terms of doing the math for this, it's simple. We want to know what 111% of 179.95 is. All right? And if we find that amount, that's our absolute total price. We know how to do this. Let's take 111% and do that division. So 111 divided by 100 equals 1.11. So we want to know what 1.11 of, multiply, 179.95 is. When you do that math, you automatically will get 199.74. So very quickly we get our answer. So that, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. I will very quickly do this on a calculator without even showing my work. All right? I'm going to do this question over again. So I pull out a calculator. I know something cost me $179.95, and I'm going to sell it. It's $179.95 on the price tag, and I know I'm going to pay my taxes of 11%. So I'm going to multiply this by 1. So that's the price of the goods, and 11% more. So 179.95 times 1.11 gives me 199.74. Let's do another one. Let's just say that something costs me $250, and there is in British Columbia right now a 12% total of tax. So I'm going to multiply that by 1.12 because there's 100% is the item and 12% is the tax. So I'm going to pay 112% in total. Well, that means out the door it's $280. One last one. Let's just say I am buying something for $100. Well, I already know that that's going to be at 12% tax in BC. That's going to be $12. Let's just test. If it's $100 and I'm paying 12% tax, I'll just multiply it by 1.12 and I get 112. So this system works really well, and it's the fastest way to do it. If you want to show your work, all I expect to see on your work is if you have a price of, say, $250, I would expect you at least say 250 times 1.12 equals, and give me your amount, and that would be the work shown. I kind of remember it. Actually, that's $280. That's all the work I would need to see in a question. That's really fast. A lot less work than what you're seeing way up here. All right, thanks a lot and have a good day.